I honestly cannot help talking shit. And I apologize for talking shit, but like I said, that how to talk to a girl fucking shit that I read from that book. I'm sure there's helpful information in the rest of this book. I'll probably try and flip to something eventually when I have the time or patience to find something that I find is probably more useful. I think he covers like how to tie a tie, etc. But I have been a content creator for quite some time, and I've talked about random ass shit in the past. So I'm gonna give my 2 cents on this topic. Me just like reading these books that I told you I'm gonna make a playlist, or that's like my next project, which is in making videos, is to do like videos to fall asleep to. And I'm just gonna read from the fucking books. So that way I don't feel so bad or guilty when I let go of them. Okay? How to talk to a girl. I'm giving you my raw advice based off my own experience. Now, I usually you'll see the difference when I'm reading from my notes because I read my Airbnb, notes, and I still found one other page, but I don't feel like talking about that shit right now. I think this topic is quite simple, but yet, it's like baffling to a lot of people, including myself. Like, I might sound really confident, etc. Like, maybe I act like I have my shit together when I first meet random strangers in public. And I told you I've been to fucking, what do you call it? Toastmasters, public speaking. So between all the self-help books I've read, being a content creator slash adult, you know, entertainer, working in the strip clubs, right? What do you think you do as a stripper? You have to sell yourself. Every customer, you walk up to them. Well, I mean, I didn't really walk up to too many people, which is why I didn't do so well. Because I'm kind of an asshole and I really don't belong in a strip club. But that's like a whole nother video. But, anyways, my point is, especially that the fact that I've traveled so much, like over a dozen countries, is just too many to list, okay? I mean, I haven't been to like that many, but like I've been to enough, to say, especially from my wide variety of experiences, Marines, you know, doing a English teaching thing in Poland, like interacting with English Polish students learning English, so adult students. My point is, I have enough experience and met people from all walks of life, like we're ranging from hillbillies, you know, living in New Jersey, being the only Chinese person in my all black Hispanic neighborhood, okay? Living in Puerto Rico, I've worked abroad, worked and lived in, different places like fucking Camp Hansen, Japan, right? Okinawa, Bogota, I've been there, fucking Caracas, etc. Like did I was in fucking Panama. I was stuck there for like 4 months when COVID happened. So my point is I've met people from all different backgrounds. And of course I do a lot of random ass shit. Joined a lot of meetup groups. I've had my own meetup group at different times. Not anymore. But my point is, I'm, seasoned enough that I can randomly, meet strangers. I've also done a lot of like meeting, like online dating, Craigslist. I've done all of it, okay? And that's really dangerous. But obviously, I keep saying I'm a psychopath. We do a lot of high risk shit. But anyways, like, cause being a adventure seeker is also an addiction. You know what I mean? you get that adrenaline rush whenever you meet somebody new, etc. But anyways, my advice in a previous like old fucking video back when I was still pushing the PE stuff, one of the things I think it was like a, you know, what to do if you were a monster, C word. If you were packing, I said in that video, which I think is still on YouTube, my old channel, which I don't even want to talk about it because, like, if I would have just kept up with that shit, I would have been monetized already and making money from fucking AdSense. But, anyways, I was saying that if you are, brave enough, I would just have my dimensions, let's just say, for example, 9 inches by 7 inches made into a t shirt. Just advertise that shit, like, because people like me are so fucking picky. Now, I told you I'm not fucking advertising or marketing that product anymore, but I still think it's a good idea. I'm full of good ideas. When I used to have my Juliet Uncensored site, I even had my own products like Rate Your P Word and Juliet Uncensored Time, which, these are made up products, but excuse me. One of the issues that I had with my ex-boss was he wanted me to bottle up my piss and sell it for like $1,000 a bottle. That's what he wanted me to do, and I was like, no, I'm not your fucking slave. Like, that's my property, that's my information. So yeah, it was just crazy. But that's one of my recommendations if you are brave enough. But, like, okay, first of all, you gotta backtrack. Like, the topic of how to talk to a girl, right? I think it's a very interesting topic that many guys probably struggle with. So I think it's worthwhile for me to talk about it. Before you even attempt to talk to a girl, first of all, you need to, like that guy said, what are you bringing to the table? Like, are you settled down, marriage quality yet? Like, where are you in your life? Know exactly what the fuck you're looking for. Are you looking for a fuck toy? Are you looking for a fuck buddy? Like, that's what most people are looking for. Or are you, a church going type, you want that girl to be besides you, when you're doing your favorite activities. I don't know what the fuck you like doing. Maybe you like going to the shooting range. Maybe you like fishing. Maybe you're a racer and you like cars. But, think about these hobbies and interests. What kind of people do they attract? If you want a girl who's, into cars, for example, or skateboarding, so basically you want a bro in a girl with a hole you can stick it in. I mean, they both have a hole you can stick it in, but my point is, depending on the activity, you might be attracting a alpha female, and of course, there's only one alpha. I say this a lot, and I'm the alpha, which is why I'm single. But yeah, so if you are a racer and you like girls who also race, who are into cars, then she's more than likely going to be a fucking alpha female. So you have to keep these things in mind. I've told you about astrological signs, even though I'm not a astrologer. I don't consider myself, psychic, or, even though I do tarot cards and tea leaf, that's my new thing. I'm just getting into that shit. That's my hobby. That's just me killing time, how to pass time, like these videos. So my point is, I think this whole topic of how to talk to a girl is very noteworthy And I will probably make several videos about this because it's going to take me a while to talk about it because I jump around so much. So, first of all, where do girls even fucking hang out? Well, I think one great place, or several places you can think of, or that I can think of, is bitches love doing yoga. They like to dance. So, I'll just give you examples. Now, if you can dance, I mean, that's like another hobby you can take up, right? I think almost every girl wants or appreciates a guy who's got really good genuine dance moves. Like if you can show a girl how to dance, you're going to impress her. But yoga. Now that's definitely a place where a lot of fucking girls hang out, especially the ones who like to fucking be a little bit on the hoey side. Everybody just wants to be a hoe. Now, should I like censor my words? I don't know. But yes, the girls who like to wear these like, nearly transparent fucking leggings and then you can see their fucking thong and G-string underneath. Like, yes, I'm saying it because I've been to a yoga class where the fucking person in front of me was wearing nearly transparent yoga leggings. But like, imagine like if you're in a fucking yoga class, a Zumba class, like you're probably going to be the only guy there. Why, why work harder? Work smarter. That is my mantra. So work smarter, not harder. Go where the fish are at. If you want to go fishing for a fucking like fish, like chicks, right? Why would you have to like deal with competition? So, because obviously, when you get to the dance floor, you're going to be surrounded by other male competition. So, go where there's the majority of the people there are females. That's working smarter, not harder. No competition, then, then you get first dibs. I mean, you gotta, of course, when you are attending a class, you're a student of a yoga class, etc., you know, by doing activities like yoga or Zumba together, it's like on a consistent weekly basis, right? You're gonna learn about your classmates, right? I mean, of course, people are gonna talk. So, I mean, I'm just giving you ideas. I mean, obviously, another great place to meet chicks is the church, or a choir, or volunteer work. Maybe you like cats or dogs. They could always use help at a shelter, although you would kind of have to get your hands dirty. Hmm. But I mean, most of this, well, I mean, because, like, obviously, you know, maybe you're a cheap ass motherfucker. But really, you should not be going for girls when you're a broke ass nigga. I mean, because, like, based off how our society is, even though there are a bunch of females who can hold their own, it's kind of like drilled into our brains, like that the man is responsible for, paying for shit. And, I don't even want to touch on the fucking topic of, sugar babies, girls just being gold diggers, looking for, you know, somebody to help them pay for shit. But of course, you're gonna have a bunch of scammers, right? I think I saw this one video about the guy looked Asian. I don't know if he was like Korean or what, but he like fell in love with this girl who I guess she was like some former pageant person, and after a few years of marriage, he found out that she was like basically a high class prostitute the entire time. But, you know, like, I already shared my opinions. Fuck, I just realized that this video is getting too long. And I was surprised that it even uploaded the last time on how to talk to a girl.